Alright guys, so I never did the original walk around on this vehicle to give you guys a background on what this is and how it came to us. This is a 1976 Honda CVCC civic wagon. Surprisingly, it's been in the original family its whole entire life here in Colorado. They had every piece of documentation going back to the day it was purchased. That was an uncle's car apparently. Uncle gave it to his nephew, and then his nephew moved out of state. Was unable to take it with him. It was having issues. It would die when it was hot. And then it sat for a number of years. They pulled the fuel tank out of it, added a bunch of stuff, tried fixing some things on it. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. They had purchased a number of different parts. Some of them installed, some they had been installed. And back, obviously, we have a whole bunch of spares back here now. Kind of see the old carburetors in here, some of the emissions equipment, just some cable clutches, some miscellaneous things that the previous owner gave to me. So there was a problem with the gas tank. The gas tank was leaking. It was leaking around the fuel sending unit. We went ahead, tank was out. We flushed the tank while it was out and resealed the fuel sending unit. And like I said, this is a one owner car basically, in surprisingly original shape. They didn't even cut a radio or anything into it. In fact, nothing was done to it. He kept it mostly stock. So we got it, like I said, we flushed the tank on it and proceeded to rebuild the factory carburetor. Carburetor didn't work, didn't take to the rebuild. Weber carburetor was installed. You'll see that in the next video. Some of the stuff we did underneath the hood, but just a general walk around the vehicle. It sat through one hailstorm here in Colorado. And like I said, just a one owner car, really cool piece of history, especially with all the documentation, original keys and everything. The only thing we are missing are the original license plates, which is amazing. So really cool project. We were super stoked to get it into our shop. Great addition around here. And you'll see in the further videos that we actually do get it up and running, and the car does run fantastic. But like I said, it was just a some of the things that probably need explaining. The guy was a carpenter who owned it, and he was really good with woodworking. So this is actually a homemade bicycle rack for 3 bicycles. You know, sometimes in these older cars you get quirky things like this, and I think that's pretty cool. Also inside the car here, you can also see, I guess he broke the grab handle at one point, decided to make one out of wood. The only thing I don't like about it is he did not do the other one, because he did a fantastic job on that piece. It would have been cool to see both of them. Like I said, there's nothing really cut up in the dashboard. He did make a homemade flashlight mount and put it into the spot where the radio would have been, and he left the original blank out plate in the glove box for us. So pretty basic car, no options whatsoever. It had heat, and didn't even get an electric defroster in the rear, which is pretty bad for Colorado, but I guess he really wanted the most basic Honda he could get, and he got it. And just a cool, quirky car, in my opinion. So check up our follow-up videos when we get it running, we'll get it driving, and then keep following up with us. Any questions, post them in the comments.